down. I don't think they're crying any tears. Alicia Cunha, thank you so much for the latest on all of this. It's just unbelievable. You know, no doubt this spill is opening a lot of eyes about things like regulation, safety, accountability. Delaware lawmakers who thought offshore drilling could bring some big money to the state are among those now saying, whoa. Claudia Gomez spent today in Delaware. Claudia, a lot is being learned from this Gulf nightmare, we have to call it.
Yeah, absolutely, Carrie Lee. More than anyone ever wanted to know, quite frankly. The call to drill, baby drill, is sounding a whole lot more muted now as this disaster continues to unfold day after day. You may remember before the oil spill, President Obama had lifted a ban on offshore drilling, which potentially could have led to drilling off the coast of Delaware. It's hard to imagine now, but there wasn't all that much opposition to the idea back then. 2 of Delaware's 3 congressional representatives supported the president's decision. Only one of them, Senator Ted Kaufman, stood up against it.
I think it's just a bad idea because there is always a risk of something happening like that happened in the Gulf. And I said that at the time, that Delaware depends on its tourism, and our beaches are some of the nicest beaches in the country, and people come to Delaware in order to use the beaches. So it isn't just a trivial thing if something bad happens off our coast and we have oil on our beaches. That's the big economic problem.
Yes, it would be. New Jersey won't even consider the idea. Senator Kaufman says that when he warned about the dangers, he never imagined just how bad it could be, Carrie Lee.
I don't think any of us did. Hey, Claudia, what about the supporters? What about Senator Carper, Congressman Castle? They both were in favor of this.
Yeah, they absolutely were, and a lot of people are questioning that wisdom. I think it is fair to say that neither one imagined a disaster of this epic proportion, and nobody seemed to realize just how inept and corrupt the Minerals Management Service was. That's the government agency that was supposed to act as a watchdog on the oil companies.
The president needs to pull together the agency that is supposed to be overseeing this and make sure that there are enough breakers in the drilling lines and enough safety measures in place that this kind of accident cannot be repeated. It's terrible this accident occurred. It is even worse that it's continuing and nobody seems to be able to do anything about it.
When the president issued his call 2 months ago, I supported the thing. All right? The president has declared a moratorium. I support that. This is a time for us to learn our lessons of what went wrong, what should have been done to stop that, to avoid that, what can be done now quickly to clean up, and what can we do to make sure that we don't end up in this mess again.
And not incidentally, Carrie Lee, Senator Joe Biden was vehemently against offshore oil drilling, but when he became vice president, he said, well, maybe it wasn't such a bad idea. We did ask Senator Kaufman about that. You may remember he used to work for Biden.
Sure.
He says the president's first job, the vice president's first job, rather, is to support the president.
Interesting how that sort of flipped around. All right. Thanks, Claudia. Appreciate it.
Sure thing.
Well, when it shut down, hundreds of jobs were lost. But today, Delaware welcomed the new owners of the shuttered Valero refinery in Delaware City.